Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back, or welcome if you are new. I appreciate you for being here with me right now. And I'm gonna jump straight in. I have come into the knowing of or shall I say that I'm finally allowing myself to face and see the areas of my life that I've been trying to ignore. Some deliberately, some undeliberately. But there's this huge looming cloud of temporary satisfaction, this instant gratification feeling, action that has been plaguing my life since I came into more freedom to do as I please. And it started out very innocently. When you become an adult of age, that society tells you that you're an adult. Or even if you're not, and you step into this world of open freedom that doesn't have the same limitations, that doesn't have the same limitations of like religion and strict parenting and things like that. You get to be your own person and do your own things, and it is a very beautiful thing, and it is something that everyone should experience. But sometimes it turns into this sense of cramming everything into little small windows, temporary situations that bring you this feeling of ultimate joy. But it doesn't last. Especially because, as for me, I was in a state of survival and I had to do things for my survival. And it felt like though that was always ripping me out of the state of being able to constantly live in and be with the feeling of ultimate happiness and bliss and fun, because it was like you can't stay in that, because you have to be serious and figure out your life, because you have no other choice. And so being young and not being guided in that way, I began to constantly fill my world with these moments and with these different moments of temporary satisfaction to just get me through, but also to just be with the feeling of what it felt like to just not have to be in the mindset of survival. And it's addicting. And if you are not aware, which I wasn't, it can quickly turn into something that is not of your benefit. And there are things that are good. I'm not saying that instant gratification is not something that you should do. But with everything that you do, it should be done in a balance, in a moderation, in what you need in some moments. So many things can instantly turn into addictions before you even know it and realize it. And yeah, I am now coming into the awareness of that, into the awareness that I have been addicted to creating temporary situations that give me this ultimate feeling of bliss. But it was taking me constantly on these wild rides of feeling so far up and then just dropping right back down once it was over. So begin to chase that feeling. And it has caused me to be in situations and have to live with my choices that I don't necessarily like. And now that I am shifting out of different stages of the survival that I've been in, the different addictions that I have, just the reality that I have been living, that I no longer want because I know I deserve more, that is very much at the forefront. And seeing myself crave and just desire to just go after any temporary moments where I know that there will not be a long term of the feeling of happiness and fulfillment. It actually even makes me more depressed, more like, I wouldn't, yeah. It just really makes my lows super low when they go low. And I'm trying to reach a state of balance and harmony and peace. And that disturbs that. And I think it's funny how a lot of the world makes fun of or doesn't really understand the people who have addiction to like drugs and alcohol, the things that are categorized as bad or the worst thing or whatever. But in reality, so many of us are addicted to so many different things. It's just a matter of you're willing to see it and become aware of it. We are meant to experience happiness and joy and bliss. And we are also meant to experience the opposite side of those emotions as well. But there's always a sense of balance and harmony that exists, just like the light and the dark, the masculine and the feminine. There's a balance. There's a equal exchange that happens. And so, yes, it is good to experience something and do something that feels good, but also be aware, like, there are things that should be done in moderation. It's not easy to admit when you have a problem with something, and of course, that's something common that we all know. But it just makes life better when you live in awareness. So I have been really confronting this addiction. I'm trying to fight it while also trying to be with it, while also trying to just let myself feel what I feel. Honestly, it's also like an escape. It's an escape. A way for me to escape the harshness of my reality. But Spirit saying, you can change that. You have the power to change that. So it is time to put the power into changing it into what I want to live, rather than rather than actually putting my energy into temporary moments that give a false perception that I'm happy. It just feels so good to say things out loud. Just to speak them. So powerful. In my mind, I had a whole direction that I wanted to go and talk about and teach, but this is how it flowed. And I'm okay with that. I don't have all the solutions now, but I know that Spirit is on my side, and I am stepping into being on my own side as well. So it's only better from here. Like, once the awareness hits, you can't go back to being unaware. So I'm ready to just embrace what it is and feel. I was gonna say shift out of it, but need to first feel it. Feel everything about it that's behind the reason why I do it, which is escape. To escape what I feel like I can't change, even though I can change it. So I hope that helps you. That feels so releasing. It's helped me I love you, beautiful being, and I thank you for tuning in. Thank you. See you in the next one.